Alright, hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Phil, I'm the host of the No Guts, No Galaxy podcast, bringing you some Mech War Online action. It is Monday, December 11th, 2017. Like I say, welcome to everyone out there. Hopefully you're having a great day, morning, wherever you are. I could use your help spreading the word, the gospel that is mech porn. We're going to be doing the Hellspawn preview today, giving you a look at what it's capable of, checking out the animations, camo patterns, stuff like that. But yeah, like I say, welcome, guys. We are back from MechCon. Unfortunately, I do not feel good, so this isn't going to be the lengthiest stream ever, but we'll make it work, right? Because the show must go on. But anyways, like I say, welcome to everyone out there. Great meeting a lot of you guys this weekend, and yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for an amazing weekend. And if this is what it takes to have the crud afterwards, I'm willing to accept it. But anyways, Nyrex, Riz, how you doing? Imperial, Sam, who else we got in here? Sir Spoony, Spirit Walking, Death Riddle, Hobo, Fire Medic, P-Dills, Devil's Chariot, a Leadwin is in the house, Stealth. Let's see, we got Opie up in here as well, DJ. Anyways, guys, good afternoon, evening. Yeah, I just want to say again, welcome to the stream. This is your Hellspawn preview. You're looking actually at the hero, the Paralyzer. Modib, how you doing? Yeah, man, not feeling the best, but yeah, it's all right. We must go on. So let's go dive in here, and again, just gonna go over a few things. Before we really get going, just want to say again, thank you guys for an amazing weekend. It was awesome. It was quick. It was furious. It was great. So again, thank you guys so much. I've got a bunch of pictures I'll upload and go from there. But all right, so let's dive in here. What's some information about the Hellspawn? First thing you notice, it's a 45 tonner. It's a little bit heavier than my favorite Cicada. But the cool thing is, we do have a few variants here, and that's supposed to be muted. Sorry about that. God, that just ripped me out of reality here. We do have a few variants that have ECM. That's the 7D, the 72, which is the hero. And then we have the HE. The 7P, 8P, and a 9F do not have ECM. The hero has the most energy slots, ranging in at 6. One of the first things I thought about when I saw this was how I sort of played the Cicada already, which is that sort of harasser, right? And I think this is going to do a really good job doing that as well. You can see here quirk-wise, this the 7D2, base armor, left torso, right arm, right torso. And it gets structure on the right torso as well. Now, why is that? Well, you can see here, there's not much right torso, I don't think. We've got left torso, which is quite big. I'm assuming this is CT. I actually have no idea. I don't know if this is the right torso. I'm assuming if this is the right torso, yeah, it's one of those like ugly duckling mechs that I think Darren would love. I'm just saying, he likes functional over form, you know, like. It's not my words, it's his. Another great thing about this in particular, it's got a pretty good engine cap on as well. 127.8 kph without speed tweak. Right, we have standard structure, which obviously would go to Indo. You have jump jet capability. Right, so how I look at this is like, could I run it very similar to my Cicada? And that's what popped into my head at first. As you can see here, look, right? Yeah, you guys smelling what I'm stepping in? And of course, you know, double heat sinks galore on this. And I think it'd be pretty good. Obviously fix the armor. Drop a few here. That way we can fix this. I have no idea where the hitboxes are, guys. That's something that we will have to test. Because this thing is sort of like a walking left torso in CT. Doesn't really have a whole lot of right torso. I don't know where it begins and ends. Yes, medium pulse lasers work well. Again, in the striker positions. Right. Yeah, Jimmy, I don't feel good, man. So this is gonna be a short stream. I just want to get it in for you guys. Right, work must go on. Right. So, out of these though, this doesn't have any missile quirks, and because it's energy laden, 6, right, has the most energy out of all of the Hellspawns. This is sort of what popped in my head when I was running it. Also, the cool thing you could potentially do, I mean, in this regard, right, it's 6 energy, it's a Cicada 2A, but with ECM, right? And for me, that's where the ninja capabilities come in, and I definitely appreciate that. I mean, technically, yes, you could do stuff like SRAMs on here, maybe even rockets. And you guys saw where those rockets were, right? Let me, you can see they fill in the slots right here on the torso, on the arm. This is the upper arm slots, right? But you can see that's how PPCs look. So it looks like regardless, at least on this, you have these mounts regardless if there's a weapon or not in it. So that's something to keep in mind. So even if you have no weapons in this particular variant, there's still these high mounts. They almost look like lasers. That's why I had to look at them, double check. But these are the 2 energy mounts. And then these are missile mounts that it doesn't seem like they're dynamic on this one, but this is where we check out one of the others, which is the 7P. So one thing to keep in mind is you can't see missiles right here. This is a bay door. You can see the seam right here. It does have a slight delay, so you want to hit, of course, backslash or forward slash. I think it's what, backslash to open it up. But as you can see here, it's covered, and you don't have any missile hardpoints on the arms, and of course, doesn't matter how many MRMs or rockets that you put in here, you still can't see them because they're underneath the hood, right here. So, as you can see, we can see where the center torso slot is right here. So that's about right. So CT is right here, and then let's see where the let's do a light peep just so we can see the slot. So that's the first slot for light peep. It's pretty even. All right. And then let's do a medium pulse to sort of see the second one. So the second slot is actually higher. Let's see if it's dynamic. It is. So if you wanted the higher mount, you'll want to mount it second on the right torso. So CT, first energy slot, second energy slot. Oh, wrong button. And then, of course, again, the arm mounts. Same as before. Nothing crazy about that. This is a 45 tonner IS. And keep in mind, again, if you equip missiles, you cannot see them on the left torso. It's because they're underneath a flap. So I'll go ahead and showcase that really quick, just so you guys can see how it looks. This thing makes the Ice Ferret look like Nicole Kidman. It is a Darren, what would you call it? It is a function over form. That's for sure, right? That's what we're sticking to. All right, so here we are, right? This is the Hellspawn. Like I was saying, Missile Group 2, we're gonna go at fire. I'm just gonna click it so you guys can see. And then it would close. So if you're wanting that to open permanently, left torso at least. And the reason why this is actually really important is because on some of the other variants, you have missiles in the right torso, and left torso, but these are under the flap. So if you don't have this open and you go to fire any missile weapon system, these on the left torso will be delayed, so you have to make sure your flaps are open. So is that a missile flap, or you just happen to see me? All right, let's also check out animations here. Let's get rid of hold on one second. Pretty smooth, nothing crazy. I like it. Reminds me almost of like a quick draw, like a mini. It looks almost like a mini quick draw to some extent, does it not? Even the back, that is actually unique. Yeah, that is cool. All right. Watch it slowly walk towards you. It has that sort of quick draw vibe. I don't know why. All right, so that's the animations. And of course, the big thing to take out of that is the left torso missile slots. If you have anything in there, you're going to want to open the flaps right off the bat. Umarashi, I'm going to check it out. That particular one didn't have jump jets. It was a stock loadout, so I'll be back here momentarily to show you guys. All right, so speaking of which, out of all of the, right, jump jet capable, not. So I think this may be the only one. So the 7P, now granted it doesn't have any quirks listed here. I do believe that's been fixed. And it is the only one that doesn't have jump jets. All the others are jump jet capable as well. All right, so let's go take a quick look at the 9F here. And again, just sort of pointing out, left torso missile, you're not going to be able to see it because they're covered by the flaps. Let's go strip this really quick so you guys can see. When stripped, this is a hard locked mount. So as you can see here, even if I've stripped the weapons, the missile mount is still there. Right, so let's go take a look quickly at what two SRM6s look like. All right, so first missile mount is up high. Second is down low. And why, again, I just wanted to point out, if you are doing something like this, why it's so important to know those missile flaps. If you fired these and you didn't open these, there'd be a delay. These would shoot, and then be like a half a second later, these would shoot. So you definitely want to open those up. Let's go take a look at what LRM-20s look like really quick. So you can see here. Flaps are supposed to add, and I could double check the actual percentage. I do believe it's 10%. I can inquire to see if that number has changed, but just like all the others, these reduce damage incoming when it's closed. All right. Let me go ahead and reset this. So what is the Hellspawn? It looks like, I mean, in all honesty, sort of like an IS Ice Ferret, but with a lot of capabilities of ECM. I do not believe any have ballistic. And before I open my mouth and confirm that, yeah, that is true. They don't. So it's energy and missile, right? So we're talking SRMs, medium pulse, ER larges, PPCs, with the large engine cap too. Let's see, 355. I want to make sure that we're all squared away. Yeah, they're all 355. Only one doesn't have jump jets. That's the 7P. And as you can see here, this is the, again, right torso energy slot right here. Like I said, I'm intrigued from the hero right? With 6 doing the 6 ER mediums or maybe even medium pulse with ECM capability, I think that's going to be really strong. Is it XL friendly? I think what we're going to have to experiment is how big of an engine will you have to do, right? If you're going 127 kph, I think we're just going to have to wait and see that one. I do not know. I don't have an answer. So the differences between all these are 4 energy, 2 missile, AMS, ECM, right? 6 energy, 2 missile. And again, on the hero, I would almost ignore the missile slots entirely and just focus on the energy. But with these stripped, any of these are going to be vulnerable as well. They almost look like energy. They almost look like laser lenses. That's why when I first saw them, I was like, hold on, are they mounted up there? And I counted here. All right, let's take a look at what the jump jets look like really quick. All right, let's check this out.
Fuel at 25%.
All right.
Fuel at 0%.
Let's go full speed here. So it's got like 2 little ports on the legs, and then the rest in the torso.
At 0%.
Now, most of these come with like 6 jump jets, which obviously majority of us will not take 6. Majority, I think, will take 2 or 3.
25%. Fuel at 0%. Target acquired.
Yeah, it reminds me almost of a mini quick draw. It's very similar, right? Energy missile. I mean, size-wise, you've seen the comparisons. With ECM, that's going to add a layer of, I would say, protection. Just right, not being able to get targeted unless countered or tagged. And then on top of that, just be able to engage. Mount-wise, I would say hard points. I would say the arms are lowish, but not overly bad. Just looking at it initially. All right, let's put this to a test here. All right, so let's just say we're gonna ridge really quick and engage. That would definitely be something to keep in mind. Right, the torso mounts. So small pulse, medium pulse, when you're close range, would work really well with this. And then you'd keep the torso mounts for longer range weapons. You guys want to hear the war horn?
New target acquired. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Fuel at 25%.
Yeah, it was definitely like a guitar riff, right?
New target acquired.
Yeah, so for a 45 tonner, and 45 tonner is being really strong in energy and missile hardpoints, and then the capability of having the ECM, I think this is going to be solid. I think I'll enjoy it. It definitely has a 1-up on the Cicada 3M as far as energy slots, right? Being able to, especially the hero taking 6 energy, and even if you don't take the hero, you can get 5, you can get 4. Plus the missile, you have 5 tons more, pretty high engine cap, jump jet capability. The only one again is the 7P that doesn't have ECM or jump jets. But like I said, I do believe the 7P quirks were already posted. It was fixed. So let's go ahead and quickly take a look. Again, here's the 7P with the 5 energy, 3/3 energy missile. And again, for those now tuning in, make sure if you are utilizing any of these that have missile in the left torso, make sure to open your flaps, which is really important. Or else you'll have a slight delay. And that's no bueno, right? Again, 6 jump jets, overkill for the most part. I don't think anybody would really need that many, unless you're just into that. The 9F, 4 missile. The 8P, 5 missile. You can go ahead and take a quick look. Oh, you can see it right here. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, the high mounts for the first missile in the arms, and then the lower. And then the 5th missile is underneath these flaps right here. And this is actually pretty cool looking. Reminds me of sort of like that. Let's see if you could do what, 6 4s? 5 4s? Like a backup here. Again, I don't know how much I want to push XLs on this, but I have a feeling it would have to. Especially with tonnage limitations, right? We're already at 40 tons with 4 SRM4s with art, right? If you want to push any... Now, granted, 108 is quite fast, so you could easily drop this down. Let's just say something, I don't know, in the 90s. Right? So lots of experimentation to happen when this comes out. I think this, again, I think the strongest variants are going to be the ECM variants. All right, let's check out the camo specs really quick so you guys can see it. Check out Franken. Let's do a dark color, followed by a lighter. I'll inquire about the missile mount pod, if that's supposed to remain when unequipped. Yeah, the Hellspawn in MechWarrior 4. Yeah. Let's see how the camo versions look. Vagabond. I dig it. Alright, what about Alright, we're gonna need... That is the darker green. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, 5, 6 medium pulse or 6 ER mediums I think is gonna be pretty solid. Especially on right, so we're talking about the Yeah, 7P with 5 medium pulse, 6 ER mediums on the 72. And then you could even do 4 medium pulse with backup of something as well. Alright, sorry, I got distracted. Alright, Camos. Let's check out what the faction... So just to sort of recap really quick, if you are going to use any of the missile slots in the left torso, this does have a bay door flap, so you'll want to make sure to open that. Preview on the Metcon pattern, those are active, I do believe, on the 12th, right? Which would be tomorrow. $13th. There you go. Again, guys, I apologize. I do not feel good. I'm under the weather. Caught something from one of you guys or multitudes of you guys. Okay, Russ just tweeted, said 13th. All right, good to go. There it is. So I know this isn't the best of stream. I'm not as engaging as I normally am. I just had a headache, sore throat, coughing, all that. I apologize ahead of time for myself. Yeah, it didn't take your... I thought exercise alone would have saved me. Actually, I sort of like that. Isn't this the Reddit colors? Moonlight, it's the same delay on pretty much any missile door, so if you're going to utilize them, I would just open them from the start. Alright, so out of all of the setups, what has most intrigued me? Definitely this right here. You could do medium pulse. That would actually be pretty wicked. Right? I mean, that's like Cicada 2B, but more. Right? We'd want to go Indo. Just go ahead and put this together really quick so I can see it here. And the medium pulse, being able to, you know, see your target and engage with the medium pulse, I think that would work. Right, we definitely want jump jets, at least 2. I don't know how light engine friendly this would be, because obviously you want to go as fast as possible but have enough tonnage. Right, 95 is pretty solid, but for a 45 tonner, I just don't know. I don't know if... Right? I guess it doesn't matter with an XL, right? So something like this, obviously you could drop... you could drop the medium pulse and do ER mediums. If you... not small. And I think if you did that, a light 300 would work really well. I mean, 1.38. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna inquire about that. About these missile mounts. If you don't have them, I'm assuming they're supposed to be here. Because it's the same for all of them, regardless, right? 7D, all these others. If you don't have the missile equipped, it has this this spot. But I will inquire about that. So yeah, this is probably, out of all of them, a setup that I'm most intrigued about. You could also do Light Pharaoh here. That does give half a ton. I mean, what would you do with half a ton? That's a good question. But you have it, so I guess there's that. So I don't know if it doesn't serve a purpose as far as you just stick to this. And then on the other, you can do 4 medium pulse, 5 medium pulse on the 7D. Yeah, you could do another jump jet. That's correct. Thank you, guys. Yep, another jump jet actually work out pretty well. And I just got this set up, so 1 second while I get these weapon groups. I know this has been asked a few times of me, is how I do my zoom right there. So this is right, no zoom, all the way to max zoom. Instead of having to do the like 1.5, 2, I don't like that. It's just what you just saw me do right here. It's toggle max zoom level. And what that allows you to do is go from 0 all the way to max. Right, so there's your torso mounts.
Target acquired. Fuel at 25%.
Alright, and just to let you... Alright. That's a 45 tonner, Dyrus. 45 tonner. Alright. Take a quick look at Tiger Stripe looks like. All right. Of course, let's go and check out the Warhorn. But grab this one because I already have them on here. Warhorn. You've got the Demon Girl item. And had the hanging item in here somewhere. I'll have to find it for you guys. Just 1 second. Thought I already had it saved. I must have accidentally clicked it and left it. Alright, I'll find that for you guys. The patch notes, will they be posted? I am not sure. Makes you think of Black Sabbath. Yeah. I'm assuming the patch notes would be up tonight. But yeah, guys, so the Hellspawn comes out. Out of the IS side of things, right? We have the BJ. Sort of what the loyalty one tries to be, right? 2 energy, 4 missile. Well, with an energy missile 45 tonner, right? It sort of comes in here in that sort of bracket that we don't have, right? We have the Phoenix Hawk, right? Energy missile, ballistic, but this being specifically, as you can see here, the size difference too, right? So it's more options with SRMs and MRMs, especially SRMs being stronger than they were in the past. This gives us options that before you didn't have. Compact little package as well. Most of these have armor, structure quirks. Again, the one right here, the 7P, this was corrected, and I'm sure it'll have it on the patch notes. If you like energy and missile combinations, this is going to be a 45 tonner for you, right? If you like ballistic options in the 45 ton bracket, the BJ, I think the BJ is the overall winner when it comes to that, just because you can do AC-20s and can't necessarily do that on Phoenix Hawk, right? But I think this will complement, like for instance, the Phoenix Hawk 2 with 6 medium pulse, but it's in arms. With the 72 with 6 energy, now you've got them split 2 in the torsos, 4 in each arm. RJ. So this just adds another 45 tonner that gives us, I guess, more options and sort of a different flair than the Phoenix Hawk, right? A little bit more compact. One thing to keep in mind though is for those that are going to do this mech, make sure to hit backslash to open up your missile doors, or else there will be delay, and I'll showcase this really quick. You do have the Vindy as well, yes. The Vindy, I think this is stronger than the Vindy, but the Vindy does have quite a bit of quirks to protect itself. So again, make sure to open up your missile flaps. That way when you fire, right, it fires everything at once. Right, so this is a test. Non-flaps, group weapon 2, both MRM 20s, fire. You can see quite a bit of delay there, right? And that's something you don't want on your SRMs or MRM volley. So go ahead, open this, backslash, and you can change that hotkey to something else, whatever you so desire. And one thing to keep in note, let's see where the little... Trying to find where the indicator is here. Might just be missing it. Ah, there it is. Aha. No, I wasn't missing it. It's right there. So, open, green. Red, not open. And, of course, you literally can see it open and close. So you definitely want that open so you don't get any type of delay when you shoot. So overall, animations look good. Right? Jump jets look good.
Fuel at 25%.
The ability to take ECM, energy, and missile on at least 3 of these. Solid. if you enjoy mechs like the Phoenix Hawk, but you want a little bit more hard points in the torsos, right? Phoenix Hawk is arm mounted in a lot of instances. This is going to be better. It does remind me of, it's sort of that in between the BJ, Vindy, yeah, Vindy and Phoenix Hawk. It gives options that we just don't have, you know, currently, I should say. And of course, some of these do have some quirks, and those have already been released, and you'll see them in the patch notes. But yeah, this is coming your way tomorrow for those that pre-ordered. You'll be able to have these injected in your accounts right off the bat. Yep, this doesn't have the issue of a low engine cap, 235 or below. This is actually, it's all the way up to a 355. So they're fast, they're agile. We can look at their base stats as well comparatively. So acceleration with no skills attached is 38.4. Let's take a look at, let's just say the 31. So it is faster overall of some of these, right? And when we look at the Phoenix Hawk, 52. So this would mean that the Phoenix Hawk is still more agile. So this is in between. And then of course we do have the Vindy 1X. Looks like it's about on par with the BJ. All right, so out of the 45 tonners, this is the second most agile without any quirks attached to boost that and or skill nodes. This one in particular, the 7D, has 38.47 excel. So, but the Phoenix Hawk is definitely the most agile out of all the 45 tonners. But this is to be expected considering almost all your weapons are on the arms as well. This, arms, torso, make sure to open your flaps, the most important part. But we've checked out the camo specs, we've checked out the cockpit items, checked out the faction colors, and of course I will be running the 6 medium ER medium, I think, tomorrow when this comes out. I think this is going to be something I'm going to try, and I think maybe where this is going to shine is that sort of quick DPS, medium pulse SRMs, or medium pulse and just be really fast, right? And so I'll definitely have to check out this as well. 6 medium pulse, you can make this work. And this is running a light engine. You could actually do an XL and go faster. So I'm gonna have to do experimentation and see if the hitboxes support, right? If I can, like most 45 tonners, XLs are sort of a need to, you know, if you can go fast enough. So I'll definitely check out those. But guys, this is going to be your sneak peek preview for the Hellspawn coming out tomorrow. I'll make sure to get this up on YouTube, and of course I'll be going live as soon as I can with the patch, unless I don't feel any better. If I feel worse, then I will let Darren know, and hopefully he'll be able to cover covering this patch day. But just want to say thank you again. Thank you guys so much for an awesome weekend. I got to meet so many of you. Wow, yeah. Well, I'm sure me and Darren are going to have our MetCon, you know, thoughts and impressions, and I can tell you, even when we were working on Saturday, we were even thinking about how can we improve stuff for next year. So again, that will be it's already on our minds. But I'm gonna go ahead and go relax. I need to hydrate more and hopefully get rid of this headache. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions specifically about the Hellspawn, now is the time to do it. But I will see you guys tomorrow for patch day, unless otherwise. But before we get going, Guardian Kilo, thank you for the resub.